Greetings and welcome to Age of Mythology. That is right. I think I've played this on the channel before, but I've recently gotten really much back into this game to the point that I've been just grinding it all the time. And I've discovered that the lightning game mode is actually a lot faster and a little bit more fluid than many of the other game modes, so I'm actually having a blast playing as it. For example, as you can see, the full map is revealed, so there's no more bollock scout hunting. Resources gather super quick, units are trained nearly instantly, buildings are built super fast. It's just, it keeps the pace up, which is something that is incredibly nice, considering how slow this game can be. So, since I am playing some lightning rounds, let's play some lightning rounds. Okay, so I'm playing as the Chinese gods, mainly because I've actually played as all the others. My favourite is the Egyptians, I must say. The Egyptians have the best playstyle. Then the Egyptians, Atlanteans, Greeks, and then Norse, and then Chinese. I'm not a huge fan of these guys. They're a little bit bland. Like all the others, I think the garden characteristic is probably the best thing about the Chinese in terms of playstyle, but that's not really that grand considering. Aha, good. So, archers, I usually go halberdiers. So we're going to go for Sun Wukong, or Goku, as he is actually affectionately known. I've never actually read The Monkey King, believe it or not. It's just not really something I've ever thought about doing. But, you know, there you go. Right. Got myself a free military unit. I do appreciate that about this game over, say, something like Age of Empires 2. It just helps keep the flow up a bit more. Right, I need food, so we need to get more villagers and focus on food production. Must admit, I am grateful at how fast resources are gathered, which is ruddy nice indeed. Right. Oh yeah, I need to get one of those to get some relics as well. So, there we go. We shall have a few more on hand. Right. I want one hero and then a couple more villagers. Right. Let's go relic hunting. Ah, that's a good relic. So yeah, as I said, I've just been grinding this lately. I've actually gotten the defeat 12 AI opponents, single-handedly achievement the other day, which I will admit I got by building a wall and then building a wonder, which is slightly cheesing it. However, it's a legitimate tactic and the game allows it, so fuck it. I've always found that hilarious about these sort of games. Like, why does building a giant wonder suddenly constitute you winning the world? Like, when the Statue of Liberty was built, or the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, all the other world powers didn't just give up and give it to them. So why is it that it works in this scenario? It's just like, how? Like, if some asshole built a giant pyramid the size of a bloody, pyramid at me, I wouldn't immediately stop my plans for world domination just because of that. Doesn't make any sense. Oh well. Now, nice trio of helpful monkeys. I suppose that's fitting since I'm playing as Sun Wukong and all that. Let's get some of these things going. Now, you're thinking, why are you building, don't you only need one barracks? If you're a scrub, the true masterful strategy... No, don't waste food. Eat the polar bears. Jeez, you never waste food, people. No, we'll put the goats there. But as I was saying, no, the ultimate strategy is to build multiple barracks so you can mass produce troops faster. Armory, we need one of those to upgrade to the next age. We probably need a couple more gold miners. We need a couple more of these guys as well, of woodcutters. Right. Eat that. Jeez, you guys are grinding your way through bloody food, aren't you? We're gonna wipe out every single reindeer on the face of the continent at this rate. Okay, yes, woodcutters. Upgrade to get some more shit. Right, now we need more hunted animals faster. We'll upgrade the lumberjacking. Okay. Ooh, where's our bloody scout cavalry? As I said, this is a perfect game to play mindlessly, because I usually play it listening to a podcast, because you can play it one-handed. And no, not like that. Jeez, that's what fucking anime visual novels are for, you degenerates. But you can just play it while listening to a podcast or having music on in the other tab, and it just makes life nice and simple for you, really. Right, got a couple of relics. Now let's go relic hunting. Siege weapons are cheaper. I don't usually buy siege weapons because why bother? Villages are cheaper. That's freaking good. It drops the cost of villages by 5, which is appreciated. Nah, that one's actually slightly better, believe it or not. Right, now we can upgrade and get better soldiers. I'm going to need to start diversifying into farming, I think, soon, because I'm slowly starting to run out of livestock in the immediate area for me to plunder. And venturing further out to say get stuff like that is actually not stupid. Now this, as I was saying earlier, the most unique thing about Chinese is you can build these buildings, the gardens, and you can actually choose what they are generating. They're the only building that can generate favor, which is how you create myth units and use god powers and stuff. However, you can change it to, say, food. So if you're running low on food, you can quickly alternate your economy to work on that, and then go from there. So there you go. Now, thinking about this also, we need to build some military defensive buildings, I think. Right. So, yeah, as I say, the Chinese economy is kind of interesting in that way. However, the rest of it's just sort of basic stock standard. I think everyone has their own unique favor generation of power. The Norse is one by how many hero units you have, and that goes up by if they're engaged in close combat. So that kind of encourages you a more aggressive playstyle to try and get access to your more, elite units. However, that can also be simultaneously annoying as bollocks because you need to fight and use units to have units. Which, that was a more organized sentence than when it was in my head, but there you go. Right. Upgrade, and then get more military bloody units. Get some more housing in here. Also, gold miners. You lot have already exhausted your gold mine. Jeez. We'll move that one closer to base camp, I think. Right. 3 helpful monkeys. Now, I'm imagining the enemy will either attack from the front or the sides, and that's why we need these on hand. Storage pit, you can go after gold. Everyone else is harvesting those things, so that's delightful. I do love some of the quality of life features in RTS. It's like, idle villager buttons and things. Oh, that's perfect. That's also good. See, just by hammering that, I've already got 18 units. And 300 to get access to super fast infantry is also not a stupid idea. Let's actually send a raiding force out. I'm not going to attack the enemy capital, however, usually about this time I would expect the enemy armies to start sending in, so we may as well have a look at that, shall we? There's only 1 relic left. Interesting. Right, we're going to send the scout cavalry just through their capital. Why not? They can be the scout, and these guys can just hang about until they're needed. Right. Economy-wise. Oh, yes, we've got to get access to and unlock as many things as we need. Right. Must admit, I do love the system for farming in, say, Age of Mythology versus Age of Empires. Because in Age of Empires, the farms actually run out. So you're constantly having to micromanage to ensure that you have the full amount of farms on hand. But in this one, you don't bloody need to bother. Alright, so the enemy are doing walls. They're Poseidon. I knew that already. They're doing walls, and they do have a sizable force. A few hydras. Alright, well, Jeez. The wood cutting business is taking slow. I think that commute is actually draining their resources, so we'll build one closer, I think. Right, so we need 1,000 and a market. It's also not a stupid idea to build a few more town centers. Maximize the thing. Right. We'll send you up there to build the trusty market. We'll send you back down to chop some bloody wood. Alright. I guess another farm, really. Oh, you guys are bloody already exhausted the gold mine. Jeez. Good thing, well, we could switch to a monetary standard rather than the gold standard for our economy. That would be rather nice. Oh yeah, there's also that gold mine over there. There's that gold mine there, however, that's right in front of the base, and that's where the enemies are going to come at first, ain't they? Alright. Monkey King! Okay, Dwarf Caravan, which makes your siege weapons cheaper. Don't really need that, I suppose. May as well send you through. 300 third. Ooh. Right, market. Boosh. Alright, I think our economy is going quite well. We need to build some more town centers and finally get access to some heavy military units and go over there and kick the bloody teeth in of those asshole enemies, I think. Boosh. Fortified town center. Now that's actually a good ability, and that's actually a good one. However, because we're not on a water map, going for something that improves navy is pointless. So we're going to go for that one, so we can get access to white tigers, which are a pretty good unit, actually. Right. And we should build more gardens, because gardens actually are a nice way of generating shit. Ooh. I always build watchtowers around my bloody markets, because to maximize trade routes, you need to have build that over there. You need to have the route be longer. So as a result of that, they're usually out of the way, so they're a bit more exposed to enemy attacks than, say, if you were having a farm in the middle of your base sort of thing. Right. Just do that for defensive reasons. I don't want to block the line of sight of my units too much, so we will shove stuff back here. Ah, flaming arrows, that's a good one. There's always something lacking in units, isn't there? Oh, jeez. I'm going through food really quick. Upgrade farms. And that's herd animal faster. Right. Okay. There we go. I suppose we may as well shove you building wood out the way. No one's really going to think to attack you all the way down here, are they? See, I'm running out of... I have plenty of gold, but I'm running out of other resources. We might switch this to food. And try and encourage me to build some more farms, I suppose. Right. Earth Dragon. Champion Castle units. Do I have champion infantry? Yes, I do. Right. The reason I love it is because it's basically like that. It's boosh. Look at that. It's just super fast. Just pumping out military units. It's great. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Purchase a couple of units sort of thing. I don't usually purchase stuff from the market just because it's a broken in favor of the game system. However, sometimes you just need to make a quick influx of resources. You, build a house. Use the lumber you have gathered to build a house. I also, have you ever found when you're playing RTS games, this is not the perfect example of it because I'm a bit haphazard, but have you ever found that you just build housing slums? Like in Age of Empires, you just discover that there's like a clump of like 10 houses in a row, and it just ends up becoming a low-income housing slum. Like, I've always imagined that, and that always seems to be what happens in RTS, is I just end up building housing slums all over the bloody place. Another town to... And now we are out of ability to build houses, but we do have access to a boatload more. Right. Build one of the more of those over there, and I guess it's time to swap from livestock to farming. So I hope people like bread, because they're going to be eating only that for a while. Right, good. Right. Let's get a... Oh, we can't get any more white tigers because we need to focus on favor. See how powerful the gardens are, though? Because I've got now 3,000 food again, just from allowing all of these gardens, the 6 gardens, to do their thing. It's an incredibly powerful unit. The only downside is the cost, because it's 60 of every resource, which does actually add up over time. Right, I don't know if that's definitely not a military force that can break the enemy army yet. Let's make halberdiers stronger. Let's make our infantry stronger. I used to be the type of player that would always reject technology and just focus on cranking out units. However, playing against my brother, who's definitely more optimizing, I've realized the folly of that. So while I'm not anal retentive about it, I'm certainly like giving a shit more about technology and upgrading my units than I am how I used to be. Right, now these guys are good because, as you can see, 63 gold. And when your gold mines run out, which eventually they will, the gold mines in your territory, or even I've had it where gold mines in the entire map have been exhausted, that's basically the only way to get access to resources, which you do actually need. So having caravans actually gives you a small, steady income of gold, even when the regular gold income has been exceeded. We'll get another white tiger. We'll get a couple white tigers, why not? Right, guard tower. May as well attack. Right, let's see if we can draw out their army. They've got buildings outside, have they? Oh, that's alright, I suppose. Here we go. Now, this is not the main attack. I'm not expecting to destroy the enemy with this. The goal of these is to attack their military units and attack towers, which I think are usually the most vital thing to destroy. Also, incidentally, we can spawn our friendly dragon inside and have him beat the shit out of them for a while. Since we have free uses of it, it's not a stupid idea to do so. And if we can keep trashing their... Now we'll leave them to fight, keep trashing. Then that's okay. And we can just pump out military units, basically, at this point. Right. Attack! See if we can destroy that a bit. You can attack that for a while. Some of you can shift off and attack there. Champion Fire Lancers. Let's attack that. Look how bloody fast I can get access to military units. It's just so broken. Like, Lightning Game Mode combined with getting all the upgrades that allow you to mass produce units is just crazy. Alright. Good. See if you can attack that. Fire Lancers. See if you can attack that. We're going to already rushing reinforcements to the scene. So the enemy are now just going to be on a constant hail of attack. It's great. If you're going to be gathering wood, which I have no problem with, just Build a lumber camp, because it's far more economical, you idiots. Alright. Oh, I've almost forgotten as well. We can build Titans. We may as well unlock the Titan Gate thing. No real reason why we can't. And what are we running low of? And we're running low of a few things. Though the other advantage of Chinese, as I was saying, you know, when gold runs out, you need trade caravans. If you're having this, you can just switch these to gold, and you can get it that way, which is actually an incredibly powerful thing. As I said, the Chinese can be very powerful economically. However, they're not very unique. They're generic, which is why I'm not a huge fan of playing them. I love the Egyptians because they've got all their weird technologies, and the pharaoh is a interesting unit to have to work with. The Greeks are kind of generic, but they're strong in that regard. The Norse are interesting because you're constantly having to be aggressive in your playstyle to get access to favor and god units and stuff. So that's why I find all that interesting. That's one of my god powers that attacks. It damages buildings. So there you go. Oh, they're calling out bronze to combat me. See, I told you, they'll always eventually find your market and try and attack. Right. More reinforcements rushing to the battlefield. More heavy or champion halberdiers. Look at this. Okay, if we could organize the bloody fire lancers to break down some of their bloody walls, then we could probably charge in. Except we can't, because our freaking fire lancers are bunches of morons. Thank you. Gates are broken. Move in. Rush in. Attack. Kill. Attack. Kill. Attack. Kill. Please. Dragon. Go. More halberdiers. Send them up to the front. We can't build any more villages. That's alright. We might actually win before we need to. If I can coordinate my troops to attack their military bloody units, their military buildings, then that might be a nice bloody thing we can do. I don't like drip feeding reinforcements to the fight, but that's why I like to use waves. Alright, come on. Bloody kick the shit out of them. They're just Poseidon followers. I mean, really, why are we afraid of some horse losers? Militia. 3 per units for Poseidon, but they're not very effective. Although they are an irritant, which I suppose is the primary objective. Aha! Now we have access to Titan. No, fucking Titan, you attack. Idiot villagers. Idiot fucking villagers! I will kill... You know what? Fuck you. For being retarded, you die. That is how this works. Seriously? They're fucking using catapults on my bloody thing while their empire is being burnt. Right. For that, no more nice guy. Destroy their town center. Die. You fucking losers, die. Fire dragon, earth dragon. Kick the shit out of them. Yes, and I will continue to remove all your cities from the map, you bastards. Victory! See, I did have the AI only on medium, because, while I have beaten the hardest difficulty, it's a fucking slog. But even so, lightning rounds just mean so the game's a whole lot faster. And now I can get on and move on with the rest of my day. So, no, this was just my indulgence. I hope you don't mind indulging me. And I shall see you again another time.